At least 153 people have died in Nigeria following the explosion of a tanker. Dumela Kazi, welcome back to the cafe. Libito la K. If you are new here, welcome. And if you are returning Sabi, thank you so much for gracing us with your presence. Well, if you are new, please make sure you don't leave without subscribing. Let me know what you think about this topic on the comment section. And also, please make sure you like this video. It helps a lot. Without wasting any more time, let's get into this video. More than 100 people were left injured, and unfortunately 153 people have died in Jigawa state in Nigeria following the explosion of a tanker that overturned, and the people that were close by were trying to salvage each and every drop of the fuel from the overturned truck. Unfortunately, it was engulfed by flames and people died, and some people did get injured and seriously injured. So the number of the people who are deceased is 153, and it says it was said that it can go up at this point of time. I wanted to talk about how the minerals that we have in Africa are just there for certain people, because if Nigeria was taking care of their people, I don't think people would have gone out and risk their lives trying to loot a tanker. A tanker is a time ticking bomb. Even if the truck is not overturned. For example, if I'm driving and I see a tanker, I do not want to drive next to the tanker because anything can happen. Fuel is highly flammable, and the explosion of that truck, it would explode to the point that people that were far would get injured, because it is how the gas is traveling. The explosion, the pressure of the explosion would just shatter a lot of things. So what I wanted to say on this video, exactly, this is my thing with an African, our African leaders. Nigeria is the second largest oil producer in Africa. Our number one is Angola, so Nigeria is number two. So it is one of the biggest producers of oil in Africa. So the people that are in Nigeria should be actually capitalizing from the oil that is produced in Nigeria. Instead, the government is only giving that capital, that amount. They're making money alone without actually making money together with the people. That is the reason why a lot of people will resort to looting when such trucks are actually capsized, or rather not capsized, are actually overturned, or they are left unattended. So another thing that I want to say here, if a truck with a fuel tanker or a fuel tanker overturned, it should be a common sense that you don't even get close to it, because that is a danger zone. These things are things that should be educational and that should be compulsory, especially in a country that is regarded to be the second biggest producer of oil in Africa. And in the world, they are in the top 20. The last time I checked, they were around about number 14 as oil producers in the world, in the whole world. So they do produce a lot of oil. So people shouldn't be resorting to the point whereby they actually salvaging every single drop from a dangerous zone as a tanker. So not long ago, I saw videos that Nigeria was running out of fuel from the fuel station, or from a petrol station, as a South African would understand a petrol station, that it was running dry. And I was asking myself, how is the second largest oil producer in Africa runs out of fuel? Who is benefiting? Because obviously the people are not benefiting from it. the people are not benefiting from the resources that are in their own countries. I understand that Nigeria is overpopulated, but still, you cannot have petrol station running out of fuel if you are the oil producers. I've never heard Saudi Arabia saying that they've run out of fuel from the petrol stations. But in Africa, you will get that. It's the same as in South Africa. They say the fuel, the actual coal is not there, or coal coal was wet or whatever during the load shedding period, or coal is too expensive, or coal is not there, or like a lot of explanation. And you ask yourself, why are we running out of coal when we are in South Africa? The South Africa that exporting coal, make it make sense. That's what you get in Africa. I understand that we as South Africans, a lot of us as South Africans, we don't see eye to eye with Nigeria because of our own reasons, but our leaders are just the same. They are cut from the same cloth. People are dying like that. And what I saw on these videos, it's shocking, because I understand that the health department or health in Nigeria is not that good. The health department is in shambles. So I can just imagine the people who are actually injured from that from that fuel tanker that exploded. How are they going to be taken care of in those health institute in Nigeria that are in shambles? I'm like asking myself. That is why they say that the number will fluctuate. Obviously, the number will go up as far as we know, and which is normal that if there's an explosion or whatever accident that happened, the number might go up, because obviously there are people who are actually seriously injured that the doctors and the professionals are trying by all means to save them, but they can only do this much, right? They can only do this much, and then the number goes up. But in a country where their health departments are just in shambles, it's not even a question. It's not even a question. The number will go up. But at this point of time, we're still sitting at 153 people, which is a lot of people. Imagine a room full of 153 people alive. Just imagine then when they are dead. That's a lot of people. That's families. That's brothers. That's sisters of some people, right? I have no clue how our children and other generations that are yet to come are going to live in Africa when things are still going on like this, after Nigeria has been producing oil for the longest time now. But anyway, condolences to the families of the Nigerian explosion, and also speedy recovery for people who are actually injured from that. It should be a common sense that you don't get close to a tanker that is overturned. The government's duty to actually educate people of the dangers of these natural gases or fossil gases. That is the government's duty as well, and the people as well. I mean, we've got internet. Thank you so much for watching till this far. Please do let me know what you think about this topic. I'll see you on my next upload. Please do subscribe, like this video. It helps a lot. Peace out.